welcome back to the Tech Podcast with Ksenia Ramanava. And today our guest is Hemilly Rodrigers. She is a founder of Web3 marketing agency. And Emily, thank you very much for coming. And please tell us a little bit more about your experience and background.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm Hemilly Rodrigers and also the bit blown crypto in my crypto influencing channels. I do multiple things on this space, such as trading, to marketing, and I connect business to business through my agency. Basically, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm hoping to build a very strong agency that empower uh, companies. It's like B2B for marketers. So instead of having employees, we are going to have agency to agency working together and collaborating to bring the best for blockchain industry. And I also speak for women in business in general. So yeah, that's pretty much my intro.
How did you decide and when did you decide and why did you decide to start your own business, your own marketing agency?
Yeah, well, okay. Everything is started, actually with wanting to change my life once COVID came in. So I had the opportunity to go Forex Trading Academy in London.
Mhm.
And I was, since then, I was just having a normal life. I had multiple jobs, hospitality. So once COVID came, everything shut down in the UK, and I had to take the decision to change my life, and I wasn't happy. So I said, you know what? I always loved finance. First of all, I always had that entrepreneur side inside of me, that survival mode, and I decided to go Forex Trading Academy. So that's how I kind of ended up in crypto, because from my trading course, I met a guy that was trading Bitcoin. And he told me from the first day, I remember I was like, wow, I was shocked. I was like, can you own this and be transparent? So from learning trading TA, I end up in a crypto world. So I like from 2019, from COVID times, I started trading a lot, but I've lost a lot in the beginning. So I went through that frustration time and period, which most people face actually. But eventually, if you are consistent, you are able to learn and make profit constantly. So from trading Forex, I went to trading crypto and I went to the crypto world, which is the communities, the Web3 spaces. And I felt so welcome because Forex is absolutely different. And also, as a woman inside that room, felt very intimidated. So when I went to crypto, it's still it's like very male word dominated. But when I went through crypto, I felt more welcoming. So I saw a lot of women, I saw a lot of opportunities, and I felt more welcomed by the community. So I left the trading side a little bit. So from trading crypto, I met a lot of people in the industry. I started to go events. I've started to speak a little bit more. And then I ended up doing crypto for marketing for crypto projects from trading crypto. So from this point, I was in both sides of the industry, trading and marketing. So I was in two sides, and then I decided to combine everything and have my own agency. But of course, for the past 4 years, I've worked for other agencies. So that's how I end up in crypto.
That's very interesting, to be honest. And I like your technical, right? And traders experience. That's amazing. And okay, if you're talking about your agency, you already have clients, you're already an active player in the market, or you're just thinking about starting or just growing your business? What's the stage of your business currently?
No, we do. We have clients. We have clients, and we help the industry in multiple ways. We currently rebranding everything, so that's why it's a little bit confusing. Um, I'm trying to clean up to transmit the best message when it comes to agency collaborations because I'm very controversial. in the industry, okay? Because for an agency side, it might not make much sense to collaborate with other agency and work together,
Mhm.
okay? Because they want to get one contract and share between 10 employees. And I'm doing absolutely different because I want to take one contract and share between two agencies or three,
Wow.
so it might be less profitable in the beginning, but for a client and for the blockchain tech industry, it makes more sense. Because why would you just give a contract for one agency instead of having two, three agencies working at the same project? So it has more impact on the industry.
What are the biggest pain points of your clients, and what are the most in-demand services of your marketing agency?
The most demand, it's definitely from PR and business development side, but we have, a range of services. We do everything from development to market. But the majority, it's more like PR and business development. They're looking more for visibility, but we also have a lot of connections that develop the project itself.
Okay, cool. Sounds interesting. And I've seen on the website of your agencies that you use AI technology pretty actively. Could you please tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, we use AI for everything. Basically, the goal is to optimize time and reduce cost with employees that most of them stay at home doing nothing. So I think AI has a crucial role right now in marketing or in anything. Things that used to take us a day to do, we can literally do in what 2 hours with AI and deliver the same service. But of course, you need to be knowledgeable about what you're doing. You can't just use AI to do whatever. This is a very serious level of AI tool um, strategy, I would say. But the idea also is to build a platform where all agencies is going to work together.
Did you build the AI models from scratch or use some integration third party?
Yeah, at the moment, we just use tools, but we are going to build a platform for all agencies to work together.
What are the key steps for someone who wants maybe to start their own business in Web3 to open the agency as you as well?
Yeah, I would say the first key is to get educated and join conversations, lives, Twitter spaces, LinkedIn talks, as many things as you could even wanted to enter because you got to fail a little bit. I'm not even the top expert. Nobody here is. That's why I also combine agencies because nobody is top expert. Everybody constantly learning. So the more you fail, the more you learn, so you can give value back to everybody else. But Web3, it's a very welcoming word. So if you're looking to start, you should definitely take places onto it, spice and ask. Just ask the community, expose yourself a little bit. And yeah, it's inevitable. Web3, it's inevitable. You need to understand the Web3 world and you must take advantage of building your online presence, I would say, you know, and you need to understand the importance of having your business related to blockchain. Okay. It's more transparent, but it's very difficult to explain for the normal people. I think that's the hardest challenge I'm facing at the moment, to explain the normal person why they should be entering Web3 and why this is so powerful. And a business that is not taking advantage of getting exposed at this moment, it's gonna die in the next 2 to 3 years.
Right.
Absolutely. It depends on the industry, but let me try to be more clear. Let's say you have a clothing shop, okay, and you're not taking, any step to push your business. You have all these e-commerce brands doing ads, doing everything they can to be exposed. So what's going to happen to that normal clothing shop? Eventually, it's dying slowly, slowly, because everybody is so connected at this point. So you must take place on a digital world as a business. It's very important. If you go out, everybody's on their phones. So you need to understand that even as a small or a medium business, you must take advantage of technology. And you should definitely start doing search shows, doing marketing for you, whatever. Like I can't even understand how this business is still running without, marketing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your clients. Maybe you can provide some successful cases that you already implemented.
Well, yeah, some of them don't really like it to be exposed, but I worked in multiple projects such as AI Tech. It's a very great project from UK as well. It's doing extremely, incredible. It's AI token that will change a lot of things in the UK. And also I'm helping in quite private things, which is AI development. But it's like I'm not the developer myself, but I'm helping multiple projects to find developers. So yeah, we had very successful projects out there. I also worked at Socrates for a long time, which is a Web3 app that, I mean, a decentralized application that you can post and get paid for it, and you get paid for interacting with it. They building something huge. So we have very successful projects that we've worked with.
Interesting. So cool. And how do you see the future of the Web3 market?
Well, I see the future very connected. It's difficult to, imagine how, but I think the next step would be incredible to see, for example, Meta taking place inside Web3. But I'm not sure if it's worth it for them financially, saying giving people a little bit more freedom. But I see a future where all social media will be connected, and this is coming very, very soon.
Oh,
Very soon.
explain a little bit more.
The idea of Web3 is like you must be rewarded for everything you do, whether if it's in points or if it's through membership system. Like today we have Discord, Transferbase, and other market. You buy something at the shop, you have rewards, right? So you can reuse it. So that's how the companies will start entering tokens at the first place. But the main idea is to tell the world you have to be paid for everything you do because you are a user. Right now, everybody's working for Meta, Instagram, Facebook. We all working for them in some way because it's our data and the time we spend there, the money is rolling into their company and we're not getting rewarded. So the future is getting rewarded and getting paid for our time, interactions, and everything. So eventually everybody's going to get paid at least something, I don't know how much, but at least something we should definitely receive for giving our data and time.
Yeah, it sounds very fascinating. Maybe you have any other examples.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of examples to give, but at least like when you buy something and you get a reward, that's the idea of Web3. But all apps should be paying us back. Even, like the one we're talking right now, we should definitely receive for our time. That's the idea of, Web3 itself.
How marketing can help with that?
Marketing, it's a very crucial role in the Web3 world because it's the way you see. So the way you deliver the message, it's very important. So you have to step back and think how you want the world to see your idea, because everybody is so into internet these days. You don't know what is fake, what is real anymore. So you have to be careful as well and do the diligence. And marketing comes really in this way where you see the product and you trust. So you build trust through uh, visibility, you build trust to the community through your customers or whatever service you provide. So it's a very, very important thing.
Yeah, let's talk about women leadership, especially in Web3. So tell a little bit more about that, your strategy, your mission, and how do you feel to be a woman in tech?
At the beginning, was a little bit tough, but as I mentioned, Web3, it's the way more welcoming than, because there is more, tech people are different. I don't know how to explain, but you do feel that if you go to a trading floor right now, it's very different approach. I feel very welcoming as a woman in business, but of course I faced multiple things. And one of them, it's people thinking I'm not capable of doing things, even working in Web3, working to certain people, they always wanted to stop me at somehow. They were like, oh, don't go to this event. It's not worth it having your exposure out there. And I was a little bit concerned. They were a little bit afraid of see my birth, of seeing me getting where I want to be. And I'm very grateful that I took the risk. I took all the risks I could to be where I am today, because you have to fail to be where you want to be. But, especially as a woman, I see more welcoming space in general. I see a lot of women in Web3, and we should be able, of course, we are 100% capable of doing anything. And I was like, I'm going to learn trading and I'm going to teach trading to girls, because you can't tell me I'm not going to be able to learn something. Everything I put my mind into it, I'm going into the very end of it. And one of my biggest mission as well is to help women to become financially free.
Maybe some advice for people, especially for women, who don't feel the same courage to try new things, to push their boundaries. How would you recommend to build their confidence?
Don't let anybody put you down, because we are all different. Nobody, as I mentioned, is the top expert of something. We are constantly learning, and everybody's capable of learning and changing their lives, but you have to change your belief first. So you have to believe in yourself. And if you feel alone, you can come to Web3 space. You can meet all the incredible women such as you. You do have support in this world, you do, but make sure to sit on the right table, because I've sat so many times in wrong places that wasn't for me, and I was hurting myself so much. So you got to find your tribe and stick to them. Just go for it.
Amazing. I think that's the best way to finish our podcast. So thank you very much for coming. It was very inspiring and very fascinating conversation. Thank you very much. Guys, please subscribe to the channel, give your thumb up. See you soon.
Thank you so much.